Happy New Year, everyone. You ready for a magnificent 2024? Davina would like to say hi. Hello. He always brings joy to my life, so I thought I would share the love with you. I'm super excited because I love already the energy of 2024. I just love also even years. And I wanted to share some resources to help you set yourself up for the maximum success with the minimal of stress, right? Minimal effort. For those of you that know already, I wrote a book called Confessions of an Adrenaline Addict that is essentially how I overcame burnout, how you can overcome burnout, and how to achieve success the smart way, the success with ease and grace way, the efficient way, which is why I love teaching mindset. I love teaching marketing. I love teaching AI because that's part of the tools to help you to create success with ease and grace. For those of you that know me, which I hope all of you, please say hello in the chat so I can say hello back to you. Would love to hear what your New Year's intentions are. But what I've done is created, hi there, I can't see your name, it just says Facebook user, but if you can type your name in, then I can say hi to you by name. What I've done was all day long is I created a workbook for you on goal achievement and it's not called goal dream book or goal vision book. It's called goal achieved book because these are the intentions that I'm going to support you to achieve in 2024. Because in 2024, we're not just about talking about it. We're about walking our talk. We're about walking it, right? We're about living it. We're about embodying it, aren't we? Right? So the first thing that I highly recommend we do before we even dive in to our 2024 goals is to really review 2023, to look to see what worked, what didn't work, what lessons we've learned, how not to repeat some of the challenges that we have had, because we all have had them, myself included. And the wonderful thing that my mentor, hola everybody, if you wouldn't mind when it says Facebook user putting your name, I can't see your name. So it hurts me because I can't say hi to you. Just if you can say your name in the comment, then I can know who I'm talking to. That would be really awesome. So my mentor, who you probably already know, she's looking really great on her Color Purple tour. Her name is Oprah Winfrey. So Oprah would say that life is like a school, right? And like any school, there are tests and there are challenges that we all have, right, to be able to overcome. And when we get the lessons, that's right, when we get the lessons, then we don't have to repeat them. Oh, hi, Rose. But if we do not get the lessons, guess what? They come up again and again and again and again, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to capture these lessons so that you can embody them, tell the universe, I've got this, so that you can go on to the next level. Last year, my power word for the year was elevate. It was about going to the next level. Went to the next level in my business, went to the next level in my living situation, went to the next level with my capacity to love. My soulmate here, Davino, otherwise known as Vino, right? So let me share with you, I've got this wonderful worksheet that I'm about to share. And let's see if I share it with you, Rose. You can let me know if you can see this. This is a goal workbook that I'm going to give you a link to at the end of the training. But in the meantime, let's talk about some of the highlights of our year, right? So what are the highlights, right? And when I talk about highlights, it's not just what we did, but also who we were being. So maybe like one of my highlights would be spending more quality time with my parents. Ever since I moved to Marina Del Rey, suddenly my parents are spending the entire weekend with me. I'm not mad at them. See, Marina, It's so sunny. It's so much water. We've got an ocean behind us and a man-made marina in front of us. We're spending more time together. It makes me so happy to be with my parents, right? To see my parents more, right? So that was a highlight for me. So I want you, and you don't have to write this in the comments if you don't feel comfortable, but if you do feel comfortable, maybe something that was a big highlight for you, just write it in the comments. I want to hear, because in order for us to grow and expand to the next level with our goals, we need to acknowledge and appreciate ourselves for what we've already achieved, right? Many times what we do, I don't do it anymore, but I used to. I know many of my clients used to do this, is we would beat ourselves up and say, oh, I didn't achieve this financial goal or this relationship goal or this whatever goal that you had, right? And we beat ourselves up instead of bringing ourselves up. We want to bring ourselves up, right? Up. And when we bring ourselves up and we elevate our consciousness, guess what? We attract more opportunities. So that's what we want to do. So everyone write down one thing that was a highlight for you. Could be big or small, whatever it is. I'm going to put quality time with my family, potty training my puppy. That's another highlight. Potty training. I know you think that's trivial, but I want us to acknowledge big and small. And for me, that was big. I never had a dog. I never knew how to potty train a dog. It was a big deal. I had to go to multiple trainers to get them together. Okay. So what was your highlight? Family time too. Oh, that's so great. Yes. Okay. So now let's get into, and everyone, you can decide to share with me or not, development of a project. That's great. The person that wrote development of a project, if you can write your name, because I don't see your name, it just says Facebook user, so I can acknowledge you. I really want to acknowledge you by name. Veronica Lopez says she signed a new social networking deal. Oh, that's so freaking cool, Veronica. Awesome. Okay. I get so excited. I get it. I celebrate your successes, and we should celebrate each other's successes. That's the power of synergy. When two or more are gathered, we achieve more, right? And we can all support each other. Okay, Rose. Okay, fantastic. Cool. Okay, so now let's look at maybe a low light. And we're going to look at the low light not to be down in the dumps, not to be dreary, but we want to see where our hiccups were, because life is not smooth sailing like the boats over there in the marina. Life can be choppy waters. There can be strong seas, like the wind had huge waves the other day and had a nightmare that we had a tsunami. I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, life is like that, right? So it's not about avoiding the waves or having no waves. It's how do we ride the wave of the lowlights? How do we ride the wave to be able to land back on our feet like surfers or paddleboarders, like Davino and I are paddleboarders? Okay. So think about a low light. Now, and I can tell you what was a low light for me. I had a lot of health issues last year, very concerning. So that was a low light for me. I was sick from like March to August. Maybe that's why you didn't see me. I was sick in multiple ways. So anyway, so that was a low light, right? But how did I handle it, right? So one of the ways that I handled the sickness was I up-leveled my medical insurance. I up-leveled my self-care, where it's actually a super priority beyond anything. My drinking water, my reducing coffee, my getting my sleep together. I finally got my sleep together. Yeah. So exciting. Just multiple things that I did for personal self-care. What did you do? So you had your low light, but what mechanisms do you have? What systems, what strategies do you have in place to support yourself? It's kind of like in finances. We have a savings account, right? For contingencies. But do we have an energetic savings account? Do we have an emotional savings account? So when the seas get rocky, we're able to handle it and ride that wave, because you know it's an election year. And we're not going to get political, but when there's an election year, there can be a lot of distractions. There can be a lot of, whatever is going on. We'll see. But there's going to be a lot of stuff going on for sure. So we need to be steady and grounded spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. I call it SEP. Oh, having to move again. Oh, wow. Yes. Me, I had to move too. Well, I chose to move, but it was a wonderful move. Yes. That can be very, very stressful, having a move. I want to write this down for you in the comments. It's called SEP. So in my workbook, I have categories for you, and part of it is cheers and part of it is SEP. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. Okay. By the way, this goal setting series is going to be multiple parts. We're just going to get started, and then I'll do another one maybe on Friday, and then we'll come back next Monday. And for those of you that want to join me, we're going to be doing a vision board workshop where we're going to do this together. When is the vision board workshop? It is Saturday, January 20th, and it's virtual because we have people all around the world that are coming. So you can go to deborahdarris.com/events. Join us for the vision board workshop. Come for some AI training. I have a lot of free AI training, doing so many great events. Exciting. Okay, cool. What's next? Okay, so we got the low light and we also got the contingency, right? So what are we going to do to handle when these things happen in the future, right? And you may want to think of a low light as a life lesson, right? So what lesson did you learn and how are you going to handle it? For example, I spent so much time reflecting on my last year. I took a little trip to Miami, have an opportunity maybe to do some teaching over there. Florida International University. I hope so. We'll see about that. I whisper because it's not yet manifested, but it is in the works, okay? You'll see it. You'll see it happening. Everything I speak, think, or embody comes to fruition. Why? Because it's quantum physics. Whatever we think, believe, and feel is our vibration. And quantum physics says that like attracts like. So if we vibrate at a certain frequency, that's what we attract. So that's why setting goals, writing it down, Brian Tracy says 93% of what we write down comes true. So I'll give you an example of lessons. So I wrote down some of the lessons that I learned. To trust my intuition. I already know this. Let me tell you that. However, remember what I said. What happens in life is until we get the lesson, it repeats and repeats. How many times have I got the lesson? Trust your intuition. Listen to your intuitive guidance system. It's like the GPS in your mind. GPS in your car gets you where your car wants to go. GPS, your IGS, your intuitive guidance system, leads you to the right place at the right time with the right people. When you're in the wrong place, at the wrong time, with the wrong people, there's red flags. And you start to feel contracted, right? And we all know that. Vibes don't lie. All of the leading CEOs, when they've been interviewed before, billionaires, and they ask, what is the secret to their success? Besides their intelligence, besides their emotional intelligence, they say it's their intuition. It's their gut. That's what gets them to pick the right team and the right staff and the right decisions and to be able to solve problems quickly, efficiently. We all have that. You have that, Veronica. You have that, Rose. All of you here have that, okay? So you want to listen to it. That's what I told myself. I said, there's one thing to trust your intuition, but there's another thing to listen to your intuition and take inspired action. I could do a whole talk just on that, right? So I want you to be aware of the lessons that you've learned. Vibes don't lie, Veronica. You're so right. I'm reading a book by Sonia Choquette called Trust Your Vibes. Okay. So we did the highlights, big and small. You guys can take some time to write your lowlights and then life lessons of 2023 to not repeat in 2024. Like number one, not listening to my intuition. Number two, selling myself short or playing small, blah, 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 blah. So there's a whole bunch of them, right? So I want to invite you, not right now, but maybe later, to write your life lessons. And then guess what we can do? By the way, I'm going to give you a link so you can download this PDF. Should I do that right now? Let me get that for you. Okay. Let me get that for you. All right. I'm going to grab my link and give it to you in a little chat box. It's an ebook. It's a workbook. You can print it. You can write it in. I'm going to drop it, Veronica, right here in the comments so you can have it, Rose. But don't get it right now. Just wait till we're done. But this can be your growth work, not your homework, because I'm not your teacher. But when we come back on Friday and then Monday, you'll have this filled out, right? So once we know our highlights, we know our lowlights, we can start gathering the lessons so that they don't repeat. Now, guess what we can do? We can make, and I did this, we can make a powerful let go list. Okay. How many of you have a let go list? And in your let go list is the people, places, and things that you are releasing, right? One of the things that I'm releasing is caring what other people think of me. I can't tell you how many hours, wasted minutes I was in my mind thinking about, oh, what does so-and-so think of me? Or why don't they like me? Or blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter, right? The wonderful thing we know about vibes, which Veronica brought up the good point is vibes don't lie, is that the people that are for us will magnetically be in our lives. And the people that are not for us will magically fall away. And guess what? When they fall away, that's a good thing because they're out of alignment with our highest good. So instead of being sad when people, places, things, employment opportunities, I can't tell you how many clients I've coached that said that they didn't like their job and that they wanted a new job and wanted to start a business or wanted to change careers or wanted to go to the next level, that when they said that, guess what? They got fired. It was like the divine order of the universe doing for them what they could not do for themselves. And guess what? They were always supported and they got something bigger and better. Or say you had to move. And I know almost every time that I've moved, it's always been to something better and higher, right? Or if you're in a relationship, your next relationship is better and higher, more of a match, better and higher, more of a match, right? It's true. So Veronica says, have more confidence in your abilities. I love that. Right. So on our let go list could be procrastinating. On our let go list could be thinking small. On our let go list could be selling ourselves short. On our let go list is not honoring our worth. On our let go list could be inconsistency. Okay. So everyone think of one thing, and I would recommend having several things on your let go list. I think the challenge is with goal setting and New Year's resolutions is we spend so much time and energy focused on what we want to get. But unless we let go, we don't allow space for it. We got to let go. Oh my God. Can I tell you a let go story? Let me tell you. I wish you could see my background. I wonder if I could take off my background. I don't want to mess anything up. I could. Maybe I could show. No, I'm scared. I don't want to mess anything up. Anyway, I have a let go story. So I had this spin bike, a Sunny spin bike that I got during the pandemic, but I wasn't using it and it was taking up space. And I wasn't using it because I had sprained my ankle on it. And frankly, I had a negative experience with it. Would you go on an exercise bike that caused you to be injured and not walk for 2 years? That doesn't help, right? So I sold it. And then the person that I sold it to decided to donate it back to me. And then I decided to pay it forward and donate it to somebody that had just had a stroke and needed it for rehab. So I let go of the cycle, right? I let it go, cleared up my energy. Not that I didn't want to cycle, but I didn't want that cycle. And I didn't want it in my house. I wanted to free up the space, right? So when I let go of that sunny cycle, guess what? And by the way, I sold the one I had and used for $200. And I think Amazon had given me a credit for it. So I basically made what I bought it for. It was awesome. But then the other day I was with my neighbor, my fun neighbor, my dog mom neighbor. And she's like, oh, I have this Peloton bike that I'm not using. Do you want it? I'm like, yes. And I have space for it because I let go of my sunny bike, right? So when we let go of what does not serve, we open up space for what does. Ooh la la, I'm going to drop the mic. I may have to end on that and come back on Friday with the rest of the worksheet. Okay, did I ever give you the workbook? Oh, yes, I did. Okay, good. Did you get it, Rose, Veronica? There's the link. It's a little link. It's free. It's no cost. It's a free workbook on goal achievement, not goal setting, on goal achievement. And it's basically giving you everything that I just mentioned, all the information. Isn't that cool, Veronica? Yes. So when we let go, and the same thing, when we let go, I remember I had a client, and this was an organization that it wasn't a match. And I knew it wasn't a match because I kept getting sick when thinking about going to work and so many things. It just wasn't a fit. When I let go of that client, not only did I get a new client for double the revenue, but that new client gave me extra benefits, like a matching IRA 401k. What? That was so awesome. I can tell you, hi, Stacy. Hey, girl. Hi, hermana. Hola, hermana. I can tell you, Stacy's like my inspiration. Stacy, Rose, and Veronica, all three of you. You guys are my inspirations for coming on. I cannot tell you how many times that I've let go of something and something better has come in. So sunny bike, Peloton bike, right? Client that wasn't a fit, better fit, right? So many, a house near the beach in Venice to a house on the beach in Marina. Let go, right? Letting go is so underrated. People always talk about, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And I used to be, as an adrenaline addict, a do, go. And last year with my health challenge, it taught me to be still and love it. The pandemic warmed me up to liking to be alone. But I think my health challenge last year really solidified the power of stillness and how you can really hear those divine downloads. We could do a whole other topic on that. Okay. Hi, Mama Cheesecake Marion. Marion, did you know what we're doing? We're doing like a little goal workshop. We did, just in case Stacy missed it, we did highlights of 2023. We just did one. Then we did a low light. Then we did a life lesson and what we're not going to repeat. And then we talked about our let go list. By the way, I love to have a why. Why do we want to achieve our goals, right? What is your why? What is your why? And I like to have a song because it anchors you to your right brain rather than your left brain. I haven't picked my song this year. My song hasn't picked me. I think it's going to be, she's going to make me move to Miami. No, I'm just kidding. I love that song. Bad Bunny. Enrique Iglesias. Okay. To-be list. Don't make me sing. For peace. Oh, I like it. Okay. So by the way, Marianne and everybody that came in maybe later, I'm going to give you this worksheet, workbook, not worksheet, so that you can use it. I'll put it in the comments. Let me know if you can see it in the comments. I hope you can see it. I just dropped it in the comments. I'm seeing it in the comments on YouTube, but I'm not seeing it in the comments on Facebook. After the stream is over, I will drop the workbook in the comments so that you can be able to have the workbook to use. Okay. So I would really recommend meditating or just being still, which I love my Peloton bike because it has meditations. I feel like this bike is like, Not only does it have meditations, it has Netflix, it has, nobody told me, it has Disney. Like, I didn't know the bike had all that. I have a meditation class. So much gratitude. You don't see it? You could, okay, for those of you Facebook people, the YouTube people can see it. I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, and so many other places. So for the Facebook people that are on here, I'm going to put it in the comments when I hang up, or you could always DM me and I'll give you the link. Feel free to DM me on Facebook and I'll right away reply when we're done and give you the link. Okay. So you get it. Okay. Or just in the comment on Facebook, just, I'll see your name and I'll just reply to you. I'll get it to you. But that's crazy. You think it would, I don't know if there's something I'm supposed to do to get in the comment. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Can't post comments from some destinations. Oh. It's saying that I can't post comments. I can only do comments to YouTube. Whatever. That's discrimination against Facebook. Okay, back to the program. All right. So we have our let go list. What about our to be list, right? Like I said, to-do lists are overrated. I used to write to-do lists. That was my favorite thing to do when I was an adrenaline addict. I just wanted to do, go. And I would be in school. I was getting my AA degree, my bachelor's degree, my master's degree. And I would write lists. Oh, I want to do a triathlon. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do. But who do we want to be? Because it is in your being, your embodiment, in your becoming, that you align with the vibration that attracts your good. I don't know about you, but I am not about hustle, and I'm not about working harder and efforting. I'm about flow. I told my mentor, I have a prosperity mentor. Don't trust a coach without a coach. I have like 5 coaches. So my prosperity mentor, I told him, and he's taught me so much. His name is Emmanuel Dagger. I said, I changed. I'm not working from my desk anymore. I'm working from my rocking chair because I'm flowing and trusting that I'm being supported, right? So who am I being? I'm being in flow, right? Not in the work harder, do more mode, because that mode is holding and grasping. And you can only, like, think if you're weight training. I just started weight training. You can only hold and grasp so much, and then you get fatigued. But when you flow, you just naturally do what you're good at, right? You do what you're good at. What is your unique talent, Stacy? Your unique skills, Marianne, Mama Cheesecake. Your unique skills, Veronica and Rose. You flow with that. You're in your zone because you're doing what you're great at. And when you're doing what you're great at and you focus on serving, guess what? Things come to you. It's not, you don't have to push anymore. You don't have to hold and grab. You can lean back, do what you're great at, and flow. And in the flow, when you're open and receptive, things come. Opportunities come, people come, possibilities come. It's not saying that you're just going to sit back and wait for things, right? No, you're going to be your highest and best self. You're going to ask yourself, how can I serve today? How can I be a better version of myself? That last year, when I asked that question, I was given new ideas and new opportunities for new creative ideas for trainings and different ways of doing my business. And I just implemented them. So when we're in flow, we're not sitting and waiting for things just to magically pop in our lap. But when we're in flow, we're doing what we are great at. We're being in that state of flow, allowing the talents and skills to flow through us. And guess what? More comes to us because that is our purpose. That is our dharma. That is what we came here to do. Z-Money, you're having trouble balancing school and fitness. Oh, yeah, Z-Money. Let me tell you, when I first started my business, I was having so much trouble balancing. And one of the things that you could do, I was doing this today, is when I was on my exercise beach walk today, I was listening, I was educating myself on AI because I'm doing a lot of training on AI, right? So you can listen to your, I don't know if you can get your books audibly. I'm sure there's an AI tool for you to be able to do that, for you to translate the text of your books into an audible form. Then you can just listen to it while you work out. You might even be more receptive to listen to it. But one of the other things for achieving more is making sure that you're working in increments of 90 minutes max, right? The Powerful Engagement, the wonderful book by Tony Schwartz and Jim Lohr, talks about working 90 minutes on, 10 minutes off. Thankfully for me, I have a puppy, and my puppy does not let me overwork. In fact, if I get my phone in my hand in the morning before we meditate, he will knock it down. He'll be like, none of that cell phone. We got to walk. We got to meditate, right? So working smarter by, multitasking things you can, like studying and exercise on the treadmill, reading. I used to read all the time on the treadmill. I'd read my book or listen. And then also scheduling your time efficiently. Okay, so I think this was enough for now. We've been on for 30 minutes. What? Time flies when you're having fun. But I really want to thank you for coming on. If you're interested to finish the worksheet, we still, after we finish our life lessons, our to-be list, our let-go list, then we start to do our to-do list. And we don't have a bucket list for our life. We have a bucket list for our year. Listen, friends, I've had 3 people in my life in their 50s pass away. My brother passed away at 16. I don't wait to have a bucket list like the end of my life. Let me do this. I say, this year, what's on my list? Like going to Greece, right? Seeing Lenny Kravitz is on my list. I've not seen Lenny Kravitz. I'm going to see Lenny Kravitz. Things like that. Okay? Driving happily on the freeway. It's on my list for this year. Confidently, safely, securely, happily on the freeway. That's on my list. Okay? Cool. Well, thanks for your question. That was a great question. So hopefully you guys can come back. We'll be back Friday. Friday, we probably won't do 5 o'clock because you might have a hot date. I don't know. You might. Even if your hot date is with yourself and some glass of wine. I don't want to disrupt your groove. So let me know. Maybe I'll come on Thursday at noon. You think Thursday would work? I know I'm doing a training. Oh, let me do some announcements before we decide when I'll come back. So quickly, because I know we have to do things tonight, I got to get on my Peloton bike. Yeah. So I don't got to get on. I get to get on. Listen to that, Z Money. I don't got to do anything. I get to. I don't got to. I get to. You like that? Reframe. So if you go to deborahdarris.com/events, you can see the events that are coming up. If you're on my email list, I'll be sending out an email to you tomorrow at 9 o'clock with all the events. And it's not even all the events, it's partial events because there's so many events being added. And for those of you that know, I teach mindset, I teach marketing, splash of AI, and then also manifestation. We're doing a virtual vision board play shop on Saturday, January 20th. It's virtual. You can attend online. I'm going to teach you some AI tools we're going to use to do our vision board online. And it's going to be so fast that you're going to be able to make multiple boards, a career one, a finance one, a health one, Z Money. Okay. So it's going to be fun. Vino made his board for paddleboarding. You ready, babe? He's like, I think we need another walk. Okay, we'll go. All right. So I want to say thank you so much for attending. Let me know if you guys want to come back on Thursday. We'll finish the workshop or on Friday, and I'll be here. Okay. You'll be seeing me more in 2024. That's my intention, that I'm to be more present, to be more consistent, to be more in the flow, to be more vital, to be more loving, to be more joyful. Okay. Hi, Sabrina. This backdrop is actually my real life front yard. So this is the beach where we paddleboard at. And during the pandemic, we would do hip hop on the sand. So many fun things. We do yoga on the paddleboard. It's fun. I love it. Okay. Thanks so much. And remember, my friends, with the power of synergy, anything is possible. Bye, Melissa. I'll see you.